Okay, so the first step you need to do for composing, or just rather improvising and exploring the keyboard, will be choosing a chord, and then with the right hand, so in the left hand you're playing the chord, and in the right hand you'll have to go on the three notes that make up the chord C, E, G in this case, for C major, and explore as much as you can of the keyboard and rhythms and different registers, lower, higher, to make, you know, interesting music in general. Of course, it's limited, just these three notes, but the more creative you get with just this, then the more options you have, the more things you add later on. So, for example, so that's a little melody just in C major, basically. Now, if I want to make it more complex, once I've got this down really, really well, you can try it with different chords as well, so it's not just the plain same boring thing. Once you've moved past this stage, so I'd suggest staying here for a week, you can add a chord progression. So that means you'll choose just a bunch of chords. Maybe let's go with C, A, F, and G this time. So C major, A minor, F major, G major in the left hand. Meanwhile, in the right hand, we'll play in a 5-finger position on the skeleton of the chord that we have in the left hand. So you can do this with any chord progression, and then once you master it, you can add in the little notes in between. So in this case we need D and F. Now these are going to be just transition notes, so you're still centering your melody again around these, and these are sort of less important, so you just add them here and there. So you see they're kind of just going from one to the other, so I'm sliding through with the help of these two notes. Okay, now you can also make this more complex. So instead of just going like da, 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 5-finger position, you can see what other notes you can introduce. So you can see the whole skeleton, so all over the keyboard. So for example, so that was just the skeleton of each chord I was playing in the left hand, but on a wider register. Now I can do the same thing and also add extra notes in between. Okay, so that wasn't that great, but in time you can just stay here and explore what you can do with that, see what sounds good, what doesn't, and then move on to the next chord, and then move on to the next chord. And you can do this with, you know, any chords you want, any harmonic progressions you find in songs that you like, etc. Okay, so that would be it, and I think we'll talk later about any kind of phrasings and structure that we'll have to do once you're a bit more confident in all this stuff. But take it easy, take it slowly, just explore, see what sounds good, play around. Yeah, there's no stress, it doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't have to match exactly what's in your head or what you're expecting to hear. Because I know you're very melodious, you're very musical, and your inner hearing is often better than what you can express, because you don't have the range of tools available yet. So we're just slowly building that, yeah? Okay, good luck. I hope this was helpful.